What's up? We have The 12, a thrilling novel of tomorrow by J. Michael Straczynski and Chris Weston. This is a 12-issue series plus a one-shot Chris Weston did by himself. I guess he really liked the project. And this is one of those ones where like Marvel goes back to their like golden age superheroes who got ignored. And there's 12 of them. And tells the story of them coming into the future. So like Captain America, they were brought into the future. But there's a mystery that arises. And so it's told through the perspective of this phantom reporter, who's a reporter. And he's chronicling everything. And we meet all these different characters over the course of this. Now, Straczynski does a pretty good job. It is very Watchmen-y. So there's like a murder mystery that starts, and it builds up to that murder. We're out of time a little bit. There's a character called the Witness who's foreshadowing things. Everybody's kind of got a dark past. In every issue of this 12 issues, we get kind of the origin story revamped of one of these characters. Like we have Rockman here. You've probably not heard of a lot of these. They were pretty obscure characters. This is Black Widow, but it's not the Black Widow you think she is. Chris Weston's art is very pretty. It's very standard, like kind of like mid-2000s fare that you get from like an Image comic or something like that. But I like it. It flows very well. The characters are pretty interesting. Like I said, like they all kind of go kind of dark over this murder mystery. They're trying to figure out who's killing people out there, and they think it's the Black Widow. There's a lot of red herrings over the course of this. They start to fight superheroes in the modern times, and they all feel like they're out of place. Look at this. It's a pretty cool costume. And out of time. And one of them is a robot that was controlled that they're trying to figure out. And that robot becomes very important as this goes along. The Black Widow is really creepy. She's got like some demonic forces like controlling her, like having her go after people and kill people. And this robot killed people, and it turns out the robot was controlled by somebody else. And he was one of the heroes, and he ends up being a robot himself. And he ends up fighting everybody, trying to kill everybody, and they shut him down. What's interesting is the story really ends before the last issue, and then the 12th issue is a coda. So the last issue here really just talks about the Phantom Reporter and then the Black Widow kind of starting their lives together, which is kind of neat because most stories like kind of end with the climax of like that destructiveness, and you really don't get the like epilogue ever after. And this provides quite a bit of that, so you get a really satisfying ending on that front. Now, when it goes back to this like one shot that Chris Weston did by himself, this is like a prelude of them back in the 40s, like going and fighting in Nazi Germany. It's kind of unnecessary. I mean, the art's nice, but you don't really gain anything from it. So it's all right. It's a little on the dark side. Everybody's got these pasts that are like, one of the guys leaves and his whole family hates him now because he was gone and abandoned them. One of the guys is crazy and thinks he's got an underground people, but he really doesn't. It's got a lot of that stuff. And so it's a little dark for me on that front, but it's all right. Story's pretty good. Characters are distinct. Straczynski puts a lot of humor into his stuff, which is always fun. And, I call it like about an 8 out of 10, actually. Pretty decent stuff, worth the read. All right, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this. Leave a comment down below, and we'll be back soon.